Hey guys, so today you're gonna see me do something that you have never seen me do before, and that is camping 2 nights in a row. And I'm talking about like in the woods. So there was just so much that happened this weekend, and I tried to make this as short as possible. So jumping right in. This weekend we drove from Sydney, Australia to Morton National Park, which is about a 4 hour drive. We met her friend at Sydenham Station, which I thought was Sydenham. So we were gonna go see the McDonald's where the Prime Minister shit his pants, and Chris was like, this is Australian history, but then we went to the wrong one. I didn't really think to ask about anything that was going on this weekend, like where we were going, the difficulty of the hike, looking anything up. Yes, I've made that mistake before. That didn't end well, but it's fine. So the drive was pretty fun, and it was really pretty. I felt like I got to see a lot more of Australia since we've just been in Sydney. Then we stopped to see this blowhole. I really had no idea what we were doing or what was going on because I was like sleeping until I heard Kat talk about the movie Wonka. Woke me right up. So we got out of the car, and this is what we saw. I had met Chris once before, didn't know him that well, so there was a lot of getting to know each other to be had. And then we stopped at Aldi for some groceries. Kat and I packed these bags perfectly and agreed that we needed to find a grocery packing contest. Then we stopped to get some gas in Milton, and we saw the most hot Australian man we'd ever seen. He had like these ripped calves, a cowboy hat vibe going on, like a work shirt. He kind of looked like this guy from Schitt's Creek, but even hotter. We made Chris go left so that we could yell hey to this man.
His windows up.
Wait, what's your name? No, what is your name? Please slow down. He was waiting. Is he coming?
I don't know what he's doing.
You had one job, Chris. Okay, I guess we'll never know.
Then we had to drive down this bumpy ass road for like an hour, and we saw a wallaby and a deer.
Or is that a different species?
Maybe.
Wow, that is so cute.
What do you call a deer with one eye?
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
We arrived at this campsite just as it was getting dark, and we, aka Chris, set up this tent, and look how big it is. I could stand up straight in it. It's like a house.
Yeah, it's good.
We didn't have cups to use, so we had to pour this bagged wine into our beer bottles and just keep reusing the beer bottles.
Wow, that was a lot. Hold on.
Yeah, that's actually almost full.
That's too. I don't know. Are you drunk?
No. I just like can't stop laughing. I wonder why I have no battery.
Oh no.
We didn't wait for the other campers. We were hungry, so we made halloumi burgers. Here's our cutting ceremony in the dark and our photo shoot. The other 3 campers arrived who, again, Kat and I were just meeting for the first time, but we were also getting to know each other in the dark, and I didn't even know what they looked like till the next day. Of course, we didn't set up our beds till the last minute, and Kat and I were sharing a sleeping bag. Then we woke up freezing, and Chris was like, are you guys sharing a sleeping bag? That's how we found out that there was actually an extra one he brought us. We just didn't know, so we were like, wow, we're stupid. And we also didn't close the air holes to the inflatable sleeping bag, so it just deflated when we laid on it. So the first night of sleep was definitely rough. So the information that I got about this hike beforehand was that it was going to be 10 hours. Yes, 10 hours. And it was to go to this summit that you can see from the campsite, which is also known as the castle.
My shoe went in the water.
The first 2 hours of the hike were pretty standard. It was just walking uphill. It wasn't too bad. Here's break number 1, where we ate some snacks and hydrated.
What? You have service?
I guess.
Google Erie.
And it was here that I realized someone on the hike was allergic to peanuts. And we only bought food with peanuts. So obviously we couldn't eat that, but they did share their food with us.
How are you doing?
Great so far.
Great. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
I have that jazz energy.
Next we came up on this cave.
Where are we supposed to get? Can we continue up? On your own tap.
And here's our next snack and water break.
This man does.
Because we weren't all coming at the same time.
Yeah, that would have been a pretty...
So I realized I was already halfway through my water, so I had to start pacing myself.
Really cute, like Latina milk. Yeah.
Oh, we got one back. Hey.
Oh my god.
Kids.
Oh, you
That exact image. Wow, I can't believe it. I found it. Wow.
This has been more like well worn since the cave.
I could make a bullshit way.
Really just
Pulling out of my
dehydrated?
ass, but
This is where the hike got a little more challenging. So it was more exciting actually because it didn't feel as daunting. And I realized you can hear me breathing heavily in the background of every video afterwards. I was definitely struggling. My quads were burning, but I mean, all you can do at this point is just keep walking. Normally, I would be claustrophobic in tight spaces like this, but we did have to stop as we went because there were 6 of us. It actually didn't bother me that much, probably because there was a lot distracting me and it was an exciting hike. I think this was like past hour 3.
Okay. Hey, Chris.
Howdy.
There were more and more rocks to climb up as we went on, and I was like, thank God I went rock climbing at a gym with Kat beforehand a few times. Who knew that would come in handy in the real world? Here I am struggling on the first rope climb down. I was grateful that I was with a group of people who were supportive, giving me advice, and also all on board to take breaks together. This next rope climb was a bit sketchy. The rope was fraying, and apparently these are ropes that climbers just put up. They aren't like facilitated by park rangers or the site or anything, so I just felt lucky that I got up there without it breaking.
Thank you, Jimmy Buffett!
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
And it was actually kind of fun to do it with this group of people as well because we all were different heights and kind of had different athletic abilities, so we got to see how each person got up and around these rocks in our own way.
Did you get it? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's where we were supposed to be at this point, and I was like so close but so far.
Pat's not falling for that one.
I feel like we're really trying really hard for like basically moving.
Now we have to climb up the next rope.
Okay, how are you feeling now?
Heart rate is up.
Grateful, of course, for these little rest moments.
Like it was something like this climbing up, and I was like, oh, I said you've got to snake your way around this rock. And then someone would say, what, snake? And then like it passed through the group. Oh, snake. And like 2 people fell.
Okay, it's a little scary.
watch out.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Wait, yeah. What about these?
And just when I thought we were done with the ropes, there was another one, and this I think was actually the hardest one to get up.
Please don't kick that next to my face.
And finally, we made it to the top. I couldn't believe it, but I also was like, okay, I've been hiking for like 4 to 5 hours, so yeah, I can believe it. But immediately my head was like, okay, can we go down now? But no, we sat and ate, soaked up the view, and I was like, okay, this is nice. We were probably up here for an hour and a half, which just flew by, and I did not want to go back down. I wish there was like an elevator or something, like as if it was just like a ride, like we're done. So we were deciding if we wanted to go sign this book that somebody said was at like the very end of the other side of the summit, but like we already walked so much.
I mean, up to you guys. I'm
I
honestly.
feel like it's probably where that corn is or something over there.
And just decided we couldn't go any further. It took us a second to figure out where we came up from.
Everyone getting close to the edge.
Yeah, there's the rope. So we're on our descent from the castle. Marissa is on her rope climb. Great.
Okay, this is where I was feeling like rough.
It's not that.
So at this point we ran out of water, so we were just finding anything we could, and here's some water in this cave. And either the day was so long or I was just so delusional that I had absolutely no recollection of ever seeing this path, even though this was definitely where we started like 10 hours earlier. It felt very rewarding as someone who usually has a quitter's mentality, and I feel very grateful in moments like this that I have the ability to do this. So there is definitely a lot of moments of appreciation.
My name is Marissa and I survived a 10-hour hike.
Cheers.
Then we had the best tasting beer that I've ever had in my entire life. I was just like contemplating life, like eating bread. Lucy got some bindi stuck in her foot.
All at once.
Yeah, that'd be them. And then if you want to see what they look like in someone's foot, all of them.
Marissa, you gotta get up and get the close up of the foot.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm coming.
The action.
Please, no
Fit pics
content of
only.
the bottom of my feet.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And here's Pat breaking his chair.
You're taking it very well, Pat.
I just haven't looked.
I had never heard of Frangelico before this trip, but they brought this. It tastes like, it's like a hazelnut liqueur.
Well, it's either that or the cherry.
And we forgot we had marshmallows in the car.
Oh my god. Oh,
It's a massive marshmallow
no. The
chunk.
car must have got so hot today.
Everyone again was so delusional. I don't know why they put chocolate on a tortilla, but it was not good.
Just like bread.
I mean,
Then we swam in the river. This giant tree branch fell and I slammed my shin onto a rock. We didn't really want to wake up the campers next to us, so we crossed the river to go sit over there and drink. Here's our camping fit checks.
wait.
On my way over, a leech got stuck to my toe. And I looked at my foot and I was like, is this a leech? And they were like, yeah, it is. I've never seen one in my life. And they were like trying to pull it off and it wouldn't come off. And I was just closing my eyes, like screaming. And then we saw this huge spider, which actually I was kind of excited to see. And it wanted nothing to do with Chris. Then we crossed the river back again, and I got bit by a leech again on the same foot, and I was the only one that it bit, so I don't really know what's going on there.
I did it.
Did you really?
It's done.
You're so prepared and organized.
So then Kat and I decided to use the correct sleeping bags and keep the mattress inflated, but it was still uncomfortable.
Heaps of fun challenge.
Really? Okay, so we're all snuggled up.
I'm snuggled. So good.
Good night.
I'm getting in for a little spoon.
By the next morning, I was just absolutely wretched. I mean, look at me. And this is the bathroom situation. I'm getting a tattoo removed and have to cover it from the sun. So I taped this toilet paper onto my side.
Now what?
That's called a goanna. We did stop back in Milton on our way back. Unfortunately, I did not see the love of my life. Felt absolutely insane to be submerged back into society. I felt like I was off the grid for months. And I also decided by this point that I was going to buy a car. And if you know me, you know that's completely not normal. But yeah, I've been messaging people who are selling their cars. So I'd say I'm a changed woman now. Obviously, McDonald's. I planned my order the day before, but when I got to the menu, I just saw red. Like, I don't even know what I was doing, but this is the order I ended up with. And also, why does this McDonald's look like a hotel lobby? Once we finally made it back to the city, we picked up Clara for drinks in Newtown. And when we got home, we saw that she pranked us into thinking that she had a rager while we were gone.
I don't know. I should have said something like, "It was crazy last night. I had
Yeah.
like 50 people."
Yeah, and then you were saying,
So long. Wow. This is so good.
Can't believe this.
So that's what I did this weekend.
But is it like spice?
So yeah, I'm glad she enjoyed herself while the parents were away. So that is all for this beautiful camping trip. Look at these beautiful pics that Chris took for us that I will cherish forever. See you next time.